It's time to slip on your VR goggles and experience some porn. Oh yeah. Stick around, find out more. Live, trance, and prosper. Hi, I'm Dr. David Phillips, and this week we're going into virtual reality, and we're going to watch some porn. Or not. Maybe we'll just experience it as if we're in it. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay. VR, Oculus Rift, virtual reality, all that good stuff has been in the news. And if you're a nerd like me, you've been looking forward to this stuff. If you like sex, like some folks, you might be looking forward to VR porn. Recently, a number of websites on their YouTube channels have put up videos of folks watching POV porn in virtual reality for the first time. Now, POV porn is pornography from a perspective of point of view. That is, you watch the video and it's as if you are the camera. Now, that's a very different experience watching it on a flat screen and in a VR headset. This virtual reality, as you may be aware, is a system where there's different ones. This is an Android system based on the Google Cardboard process, but it's based similar to VR Gear, which is Samsung's adaptation of the Oculus Rift, a standalone virtual reality system, which I'm so looking forward to playing with. Those folks who know me, you know that I'm really big into 3D. 2 lenses and everything like that, so you can get a left eye and a right eye and see things in 3D. Now, the virtual reality helmets along the lines of the Oculus Rift and others, this is a color cross. It's a cheap viewer. Eventually there will be better ones, but essentially you take your viewer, slip in your phone. This is an Android phone. I just slip that sucker in there and boom, I can then put on my headset and watch whatever videos I have there, or I can play games. Now, the neat thing about a virtual reality system is when you put this sucker on and switch on the device, I can see the video, but it's actually as if I'm immersed in it because it's full 3D, because we do have a left and right view, and it is 360 degrees for this one. And so if I look back here, I can see the content. On YouTube, you can search in Oculus Rift and also that sort of things. But now here's the porn thing. We all know that technology gets, well, in some ways, some aspects of technology is spurred forward through porn. It's computer science's dirty little secret. It's not really a dirty secret. It's kind of awesome in some ways. Robotics is getting a huge push right now because of sex toy manufacturers. Now, I'm not saying that you're interested in porn. Obviously, you watch my video with this face, you're not here for the porn. But some of my viewers are, and some of you who are not interested in the point of view porn aspects of virtual reality and hypnosis may find some of the things I talk about useful for you, because the processes I'm about to speak about can be used for therapeutic and recreational use other than the erotic. Because when we watch videos, and I'll put on my blog post that I'll embed this video into. I'll have a video related to this sort of things and some other things. But essentially, when someone looks into their virtual reality set, they become very immersed. Now, many of you are already familiar with a process I use called the vicarious experiential machine. Yep, we're gonna go there. That's essentially a hypnosis process where you tell the person to deeply experience whatever they're watching as if it's happening to them. Now, POV porn works really well for this because the camera is already set up as if it's from the perspective of the viewer. POV is, of course, a style of filmmaking that's been around for quite a while. Alfred Hitchcock even experimented with it. But it really took off in the 1980s when we saw POV, or point of view, shooters or video games come out where the camera, it's as if you're the character. If you remember the old Castle Wolfenstein 3D or the early Doom video games, computer games, that's essentially a POV, and that started a lot. And some of the really cool video games out there now are POV. So what I'm talking about in terms of porn here can also be used for video games of that type or films of that type. It doesn't have to be a POV perspective. I've used the vicarious experiential machine for athletes who watch someone doing the sort of moves or athletics that they want to work on and improve, and it works wonderfully. I will put a link to a piece I did earlier on my YouTube channel on the vicarious experiential machine, as well as a link to my blog post, which will have more information and links to much, much more. But in terms of POV porn VR, which is really something that's going to happen when it's already started happening, but when we see more folks out there getting things like Color Cross and an Android phone, or the VR gear with Samsung, which is a top-of-the-line model of the Oculus or the Oculus Rift itself. Just this week, at the time that I am recording this, it was announced that Apple has been granted a patent for their own version of this sort of thing, where you slide in your phone to a viewer. So we may be seeing something from Apple as well. Also this week, Mattel announced that they are revamping their ViewMaster, the old system with the reels. They were looking at things in 3D. So the toy will be made as a viewer of this type. So we're going to see a lot more development along those lines. Awesome for me. I've been shooting 3D photos and film for about 30 years now. I'm so old. So I like that. But get back to the porn. I know, I heard you. That was that guy over there, that one to the left. Yes. He's like, where's the porn? Where's the porn? You talked about porn. Okay, hypnotic connection. Let's take this idea of a VR headset and point of view porn, and let's slap in some vicarious experiential process hypnosis and see where we get. Now, I have played with this before, and if you took my advanced erotica trance or erotic hypnosis course, you may have already experienced this sort of thing. It's a little thing I do in courses where I have some example POV videos. Now let's imagine the following video. I'm going to show you a little example video. Let's imagine that video as if, instead of just watching a screen, he's wearing a headset for full-on virtual reality. And his experience would be so much more robust. What video am I talking about? Well, this is a vicarious experiential process example from one of my courses. It's on the Advanced Erotica Trance video set if you're interested in learning erotic hypnosis. But you can also learn it in my core skills for other things, non-erotic. So it's useful for that. It's useful for sports hypnosis a lot. But essentially in this video, I have told the young man that what he sees on the screen, he will experience as if it's happening to him. Had him sit down and showed him a little video. Now, what video did I show him? Well, what is the subject of this particular talk here? That's right, I showed him some POV porn compilation. This is a compilation video of the moment of ecstasy in a number of POV porn videos. Essentially, they're ejaculation shots over and over and over, and he's experiencing it as if it's happening to him. He was a very good sport about being the volunteer trance partner for this, and you don't have to use the process for this. But let's see what the process is. So let's see the video. In a moment, you'll notice the experiential machine. Once the phrase experiential machine go into a deep state, what you see on the screen, you can allow yourself to imagine is happening to you. That's your experience. And if you would like to see what we're seeing, as long as it's appropriate for you, what you see on the screen, you feel happening to you. What's on the screen is happening to you. Feel that. Intensify. Intensify. That's your experience on the screen. So what you see, feel it as if it's happening to you. That's right. Feel it even more powerfully, as if it's happening to you. That's right. And you can feel it comfortably. You can feel comfortable as you feel it. That's right. Experiential machine. What happens on the screen happens to you.
She had a tongue piercing. I can't believe that. It's amazing.
What you see, you feel as if it's happening to you. And this is a very positive experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Look.
What you see, you feel. That's right. And here it comes. Experiential machine. What you see on the screen, you feel. That was a big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Experiential machine. That's right. Now here's the fun thing. Anytime you wish after this experience, you can use this trigger yourself. Watch any video you like. Doesn't have to be this video. It could be this video. There's a longer version on the disc. But you can have this experience not only for what is obviously recreational means. Oh, there it goes again. You can use this for learning skills or for other attributes.
Okay.
And sleep. And let it go. And relax. Just release. Now in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 3. If I'm with you, your eyes open. Your head is clear and you feel, ooh, that was interesting. 1, counting back to the here and now. 2, stretching, and 3, eyes open. How was that?
That was pretty amazing.
Would you say that was a modestly sort of almost nice experience?
That was a very nice experience. Yes,
Okay.
that was amazing.
So imagine if that was all in virtual reality. That is, he had a VR headset and watched 360, well, probably not 360. Most of them are about, porns are about 180, but where it's right up there and in the system. And that would be a very real experience. Now let's take it out of porn and think in terms of how you could use that for sports or other types of things. 3D goes really well with video and film. It also goes really well with hypnosis for deep trance modeling or vicarious experiential processes. I hope that's been interesting or helpful to you. Be sure to click subscribe so that you can get notifications from YouTube whenever we have new videos coming out. We tend to have new videos every week. Well, we don't tend to have new videos every week. We have new videos every week. On Tuesdays, it's Hypno News and Rants, sometimes a rant. Wednesdays, well, that's tips, tricks, and methods where I talk you through a new trance technique or how to do things. That's also when I answer your questions. So if you have questions, be sure to comment so that I can answer them. Maybe I'll even make a video about your question. Thursdays are special. That's trance time, when I guide you through an authentic trance experience. Be sure to check out our web pages. Lots of good stuff on the web page. And of course, once a month we have a webinar or seminar where you can interact with us live. So remember, click subscribe, and very, very importantly, this is Dr. Brian David Phillips saying, live trance and prosper. Bye-bye.